thank you everyone for joining us. I appreciate the time that you have allowed on this Saturday morning to discuss your PMP journey. Today we have an excellent program and great guests for you that you can ask your questions and hopefully start that journey with PMIGL and the Peak Business Consulting. I'm your host, Hani Mari. I'm the CQM President and the Director of Corporate Outreach for PMIGL and also an ATP with Peak Business. So I brought in today for you Dr. Ron Papa. You can turn on your mic, Ron, and introduce yourself.
Hello everyone. I'm Ron Papa. I am the Director of Certifications for the PMI Great Lakes chapter, and I've been doing this for a couple of years now. But I've been on the board for the chapter since 2014, and this is a great opportunity this morning for you to ask questions about you know, the PMP exam certification prep classes. Whether you're a member of our chapter or you're thinking about it, please you know, feel free to reach out to me if you've got any questions or ask them here today. A few things, you know, if you're not familiar with the chapter, we do a lot of great stuff. You know, we have monthly dinner meetings to help you keep your certification up to date, you know, by earning PDUs. We've got dinner meetings, symposiums, personal development or professional development sessions and things like that. So lots of different opportunities within the chapter to grow and network and things like that. And I encourage you to be a part of it. So with that, we thought it'd be a great idea to have this this session this morning. And I think really when you hear about some of the stuff from Peak this morning, you're really going to be impressed with what they have to offer. I know I've been impressed with what they've had to offer us. So I look forward to kind of sharing that with you. Is there anything else that you'd like me to kind of talk about?
Well, just the introduction part. So I'm going to introduce Barb now, and then we'll come back again to you for the questions on the chapter and the benefits that we offer to our members. So the other guest that I have today is Barb Walter. She is with Peak Business. Barb, you can have your mic on and introduce yourself.
Hello, and thank you. Thanks so much for having us here today. I'm Barb Waters from Peak Business Management, and we are an authorized training partner with the Project Management Institute. And I'm also joined today by a colleague, Orlando Sequeira. So Orlando is in the room as well. And together we make up part of the training network. There is actually a great group of trainers that help to support our PMP candidates throughout their entire journey. And we even have a great question already in the chat asking about the boot camp. And so, yes, we'll talk about that. The boot camp, it combined with all of the other resources we offer, will position you for exam success. You don't have to do anything above and beyond what you get from a training course with Peak.
Great.
So thank you very much.
So we're going to get to your presentation in a bit. I just want to let everybody know that part of PMI corporate outreach that I do as a director, we encourage companies to hire PMP experts and PMP project management professionals in different aspects of their company. So it's not just if you are handling a project, but actually if you're handling any kind of change management project in your company to improve yourself and improve the company and in the continuous improvement kind of fashion and mindset for quality, we encourage that PMPs are the best alternative to have when it comes to having common language with other project managers and change managers in your organization. organizations. So if you have company leaders that could talk to me, I can also share some of our other benefits to organizations. But as you know, PMI is an individual association, meaning that you as a person are associated with us and not your company. But some companies are offering help to their employees, like DTE. I know that they have encouraged their people to become PMP, so they pay a portion of these costs. But in this event today, we're going to introduce you with few coupons that PMI GLC is offering to get $200 discount on these peak classes. So stay tuned, and we're going to give you the code at the end of this program. Uh, Ron, did I miss anything else with the membership benefits that you wish to maybe discuss other than the stuff? I know Anthony from our sponsorship is also on the call today, but maybe in another event, we'll have him also talk about some of the stuff we offer to corporations. But member-wise, I mean, I know that we have the continued education programs and the events like the quarterly breakfast, monthly dinner meetings that they can get PDUs. How come we changed our PMP exam prep courses? Because we used to have them every Saturday kind of thing. Now we have it with Peak. Can you explain that a little bit and how that benefits our members?
Sure, thank you. Yeah, there's a whole host of opportunities with the chapter, and not just with some of the dinner meetings, breakfasts, all of these different sessions. And that there's actually volunteer opportunities, which is also important. If whether you've got a couple hours a month or several hours a month that you'd like to kind of work with the chapter, we're always looking for volunteers. It can be for an upcoming symposium. Maybe you want to be one of the workers for that, or maybe you want to be in an actual role where Honey, he does for corporate outreach, and we've got others who are working on our websites and things like that. So I encourage you to go out to our website if you're thinking about it, and you'll see some of the things that we're doing. And then if you've got questions, you can always reach out to one of us.
So to give people a little bit more introduction about our PMP prep courses, we were doing that as part of PMI GLC as volunteers, teaching other people interested in the PMP. Now, it was a good program. I mean, some people passed it and some people took the exam and initiative to register for the exam and pass it. But the issue with that was, first of all, volunteers, they put some time in doing that, and the quality of that might have not been top notch as having an ATP do that. The other thing was that people were not encouraged much to go and do the exam, whereas Peak and other ATP organizations going to help you in that journey and kind of be accompanying you throughout the whole thing. And I know Barb might not like this, but the Peak has like 98, I think, percent or something pass rate from people that took their classes. So that's why we encourage people to go through these ATPs. And then the other thing is, since January, they changed actually how the reps are doing the teaching. So that's what I wanted you to kind of explain to people, how that thing changed from January to this point, and what people need to do and understand about having an ATP like Peak teach it for our chapter.
Yeah, definitely. And for a number of years, the chapter had been providing the PMP exam classes, and we enjoyed doing so. And that, and in fact, more recently, it was more volunteers. You had to be certified to be able to help teach the class, and I think people like getting a diversity of different experiences in that from our trainers. But there had been changes that PMI had passed on that provided a much more focused, what is it, curriculum, maybe not
Okay.
curriculum, but much more focused in how it presented to those who are taking the classes. So you had to be certified in training. You had to, there were certain annual fees that PMI also had passed on. And while while this made it tougher for the chapters, it did help those who were actually going through the courses. And because yeah, you're giving you're relying on a partner that is going to do a much stronger job of making sure that you're prepared going into that. And so with that, we did a search. We went out there and we looked for ATPs, or authorized training providers, to see who would work best with us. Who offers our members the most flexibility in classes and things like that. And we were fortunate enough to find Peak. And it's been great so far. I mean, it's been just a short time since January, but we have seen such a big interest in the number of folks reaching out to take it, and I think you'll hear why momentarily. But yeah, that has been the case. In fact, Dr. Hari was one of our not only volunteer training providers during that. He was one of our stars who has come over to also work with Peak and help us in those classes. So
Thank you.
we appreciate that.
Thank you, Ron. I appreciate it.